What's up, Maria? Ashley, appreciate the gifts. Make sure you guys are double tapping the screen, guys. I'll be with y'all for about 45 minutes. Let's get it going. Actually, no, I'll be with y'all for about 30 minutes. I got a 1 o'clock. Vladimir, what's up, man? Hello, Yesenia. What are you guys struggling with today? We had a really good group coaching session last night, guys. We had a few people in there, and a lot of you guys like the group coaching dynamic. If that's something that you're interested in, send me a message or just visit the website up above. So the first step with working with me one-on-one or seeing any of my coaching options, guys, is to book a breakthrough session. Okay, it's a one-time call. That way I can figure out exactly how you got here, what you're struggling with, and let's get you a plan to move out of this. Thank you. He is precious, and yes, sir, it did change. I just walked back in. Alexa, play Christian rock. Come on in, guys. Double tap the screen. Drop your questions. Drop your comments. Facebook, I see about 13 of you guys jumping in. Alexa, turn it down one. Still fresh. Yes, this is a funeral, guys. Make no mistake. It's a funeral. You're going to have to feel some things. Problem is, most people don't want to feel it. This hurts. This sucks. I got to turn this off as quick as I can with whatever I can, and that's why you get stuck in the same cycles over and over and over again. Factuals. You know, I just posted a video, man. One of the biggest things you guys are going to struggle with, man, especially if you were the one that didn't want the divorce and didn't want the breakup, man, you're going to lose your whole identity. Okay? You're going to feel a loss of identity, like telling a Major League Baseball player that they can't play the game anymore. It sucks. Trying to break a trauma bond. Cool. I actually have a Breaking the Trauma Bond boot camp that is coming up Saturday night. You can join. It's only $127. I'm going to teach you all about it. Good afternoon. Was it afternoon? Yep. Good afternoon, Ashley. My husband suddenly moved out and kept telling me he was coming back. This was after I caught him talking to a female coworker. He says she has nothing to do with it. Now she doesn't want to work things out. Now he doesn't want to work things out after saying he does for the past 5 months. I'm not sure what to do. I don't want it, but he won't talk about it. So he's with the other woman. And the reason that he kept you dangling there is just in case it didn't work with this other woman. So he's leaving you there dangling. So make no mistake, it was about her. He just didn't want to tell you that because he didn't want to look like the bad guy. He was trying to save some face. It's called a soft breakup. Make no mistake, they are knocking it down. The question I have for you, Miss Ashley, is what are you going to do about it? The ultimate get back to that is for you to become the most awesome, amazing, healed version of yourself. Because they're not going to do any healing work. They're going to stay the same. It's on you to become the best version of you. My ex recently married the first person he dated after our divorce. It feels like a slap in the face. Why? Y'all got a divorce. That's no longer your husband. That's somebody else's dude now. You got to quit looking at that and get rocking on your own life. What's up, Jonah? Guys, I'm walking, talking testimony that your life will go on after divorce. I'm telling you. I lost 30 pounds or about 27 pounds. Didn't sleep for 3 months. I was in really bad shape, guys. And now I get to coach people for a living. That's what I do full time for the last 2.5 years. I had to go through that. That's what y'all don't understand. I had to go through that so that I could get to the level of where I needed to find out what needed to change in my own life so that I could get better. Is it true? Cut all ties after 28 years. It is true. Cut all ties. Yeah. You got to go no contact to heal from these people. You have to detach so that you can detox from them. I am stuck in my pain. My husband was unfaithful and now I filed for divorce. I did not want this. I understand. But you're taking that too personal, like it was your fault. It's not. That's just somebody who decided to show you their true loyalty. I coach people through this every single day, guys. I have literally felt what you have felt. I didn't sleep. I couldn't stop dreaming. I mean, all the things, guys. I mean, I couldn't stop watching. I couldn't stop looking. I was in really bad shape. But when you get to the point where you realize, here we are. This isn't what I wanted, but what am I going to do about it? What are we going to do? Are we going to talk about it, or are we going to take action? I feel like moving on with the right person can make you detach totally. Yeah, if you rebound, it's going to make you stop thinking about that other person, but you haven't done any healing work, so you're taking all your poison into the next relationship. Rebounding is not the answer. Struggling with hurting my 15-year-old son when I divorced his dad. So, how close is he with his dad? Your 15-year-old son is not blind, by the way. Children can sense all the chaos and drama that you guys have. They can sense the detachment. What's up, Tracy? Alexa, next song. They're not dumb. Yeah, you have to go look in the mirror. That's your go to the mirror and decide that you're going to go to war with that person, and you're not coming out until you're the best version of yourself that you can be. What's the first important step of moving on? Falling to your knees, surrender. People ask me all the time, what's the first step? Surrender. What do I mean by that? You surrender every aspect of your life, your healing journey, your money, your finances, your heart, your soul, everything. You surrender it to Jesus. He had a heart attack, made me call him. Such a mistake. I've had one of those. They suck. What's up, Ed? You have to surrender. How do we win this war? We surrender it all to God. There you go. That's step one. And then you're going to need help. So many people, listen, there's nothing wrong with trying to do the healing work yourself. I got help after mine. I'm still in therapy. I actually met with a new therapist today, a doctor of behavioral health. I'm like, yes, I wanted to know all about behavior. Naomi, I appreciate the follow, sister. What are you guys struggling with today, guys? We're talking about healing from divorce and breakups, detaching from your ex. If you guys are new here, my name is Scott. I'm a certified Christian divorce recovery coach, and I help people heal from divorce and breakups, heal from narcissistic relationships, and break trauma bonds. Your life can go on if you make it go on, guys. I promise. I want to divorce because I couldn't. What now? He's not close. He does see what's going on. My son tells me he'll be okay. He's a very strong-willed man. Okay, cool. So your 15-year-old son that you're worried about having some problems with a divorce is not close with his dad, and he knows what's going on. He tells you that he'll be okay, so you're hiding on the crutch of my son's going to feel this. No, you're afraid of the fear. You're afraid of that being alone. You're afraid of the unknown. Don't hide behind your son. You do what you need to do. Walking now, doing what I like to do. Good. How do you break the trauma bond? Emily, I am giving an actual class on that Saturday night. It is a Breaking the Trauma Bond boot camp. If you don't really want to work in a group setting, I can coach you over the next 8 weeks. Y'all have to understand, y'all can come in here and ask me that question 27,000 times, and I can answer it. That doesn't mean that you're going to apply it. This is not what some of y'all are doing is you're asking where this button is right here. I get it. I did the same thing. What's the easiest way for me to stop feeling what I'm feeling? That's what you're asking me. You have to understand that a trauma bond is literally an addiction. An addiction. Okay. Yes, Megan. I'll go ahead and post. Give me 1 second. I'll post where you guys can book that over here on Facebook. That's not the right. Just go to my website. It's thecoachscott.com. Pretty simple. thecoachscott.com. Breaking chains. Yes, you mean breaking a trauma bond. Yes, this is literally an addiction, and you need help. You need help. Time is the only way. False. False. For time doesn't heal a thing. She said, time is the only way. I have been away from mine for 1 year come May, and I think of him every day. So if time is the only way and it's been a year and you're still thinking about him, how is time doing anything? Time doesn't do a thing. Time doesn't do anything. If a bird flies through my front window and shatters it and breaks it, and my window is no longer there, if I sit up and just stare at it for the next 2 years, is it ever going to fix itself? No. Time heals nothing. When do I know when it's time to leave? You already know. You're just looking for someone to give you permission. Yeah, you can disagree all you want to. I'm sorry, I do this in a psychological setting. If it works for you, if time works for you, even though you just contradicted yourself, by all means, man, please do what you need to do. I don't have all the answers. If that's your answer, rock on. I promise. My husband said you can come back if you go back to the old you, not the new you. I can have complete control, he said. No. What was the old you? And what is the new you? You're living through it. I'm better than I was, but you think of him every single day. So, how to leave when you can't get a job because he has ruined your employment history? How did he ruin your employment history? It's a process. Yeah, it's a process of doing work. It's not a process of sitting around with your hands on your you're sitting on your hands, staying busy with work and being distracted. That's not healing work. That's sweeping it under the rug, man. You had no voice, and now you set boundaries and stick up for myself. Yeah, so he wants you to go back to where, he wants you to go back where he's in control of everything. When people have been able to run over you and do whatever they want and say whatever they want and go whatever they want, drink as much as they want, do whatever, and you finally say, no, I'm not going to deal with that. Now all of a sudden you're the enemy and you're a problem. Why do they always want to change me? To mold you into what they need you to become? How do you know when it's time to leave when you feel like it's too early? What do you mean it's too early? What's up, Jimmy? Appreciate the followers, guys. All of you guys that are asking about working with me one-on-one, only message me or visit my website if you're serious about doing the work. I'm a coach, guys. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a psychiatrist or a psychologist. I'm not going to sit here and tap dance around your feelings and emotions, okay? You need to hear some things. You need to hear some things, okay? If you want somebody to tap dance around your feelings and just sit on a couch and listen to you, then I'm not your coach. We take action here. 8 weeks. 8 weeks, I can probably get you around 65, 70% better. Please tell me how to be strong, to walk away and not feel guilty and pulled right back in. What are you going back to, man? That's a normal feeling. Let's validate that. That's normal. It's also a mixture of you being afraid of the unknown. It's just one day. I do it once a month, Michelle. Yeah, Carrie, that is way too. I'll try. 35 years ago, we got pregnant and placed it. Yeah, that's too much for me to read. I got too many comments coming through. Try to shorten that up a little bit and ask a question, man. Appreciate it, Miss Ricky. Appreciate you guys sharing the live. Where to go when you don't have any money? What are you trying to leave again? Yep, all you guys that are asking about working with me is thecoachscott.com. You can't leave the money? Okay. Good luck then. Do I believe in restoration? The only way you're ever going to have restoration is if two people are willing to humble themselves and get their own healing work and to hold themselves accountable, and both people be willing to put into therapy and whatever else it takes. When husband molded me and controlled me, when he passed, I became lost. That's because your identity was doormat. Your identity had become doormat, and now nobody's wiping their nasty boots and stuff on you anymore, and you don't know what to do. I tell you what to do. You get up off the floor. I mean, let me ask y'all a serious question. Is that as good as it's going to get for you? So many of y'all been in these terrible toxic relationships, and you think that that's your only hope at having somebody. It's because you have no belief and no self-worth, no self-love. If you could go back and have a conversation with your 12-year-old self and you could tell them exactly where you are in this moment today, would they be excited about their future or would they be sad? Because if they'd be sad, you may want to tighten up a little bit. Invest into yourself, therapy, coaching, something. If they would be sad, you're not finished yet. We've got work to do. Nobody's ever going to love you the way that you can love you, except God, okay? I've survived a dating. Okay, I got you. I've talked to my younger me, told her I was sorry. Good, Michelle. Good. That's a good exercise. Yeah, my thing is this. If you come in here and you say that you can't leave the money, then I can't help you anyway because you're too in love with comfort. I'm gonna make you as uncomfortable as I possibly can. Why? Because that's where growth takes place. If you stay in your comfortable situations, you're never going to be able to grow. My ex from 35 years ago has recently suggested that we be friends with benefits. We have a ton of history together from 35 years ago. It was hard to say no to him, but I did because I've taken a vow of celibacy. Good. The fact that he was even able to come in and have a disrespectful conversation like that and say, hey, I just need you to be some part-time vagina for me. And you even had a conversation like that instead of saying, you know what? Don't ever speak to me again. I was married 19 years. I'm in the process of finding myself. Good for you, Chris. If you need some help, let me know, man. Been doing the work, lots to overcome. It's hard work. I'm proud of me. That's very good. Good. So many people are like, it's easier said than done. Ain't it all? Getting out of bed is easier said than done. You do it anyway. Can't leave the money. I thought that's because God wants me uncomfortable to put me in the spot you're supposed to be in. Yes. Some of y'all have been thrown into a fire, and it's not to burn you guys, it's to refine you. Problem is we've become so spoiled as human beings that if one little thing feels bad, we're like, oh my God, suck it up and let's get something done. Let me explain something to y'all as gently as I can. Nobody's coming to save you. No one's coming to feel sorry for you. No one's coming to do the work for you. This is all on you. Good, Tina. 14 years and 2 sons. He had an affair. How do I detach? I'm struggling. So that's hard, and I'm sorry you're going through that, but I can definitely help you do that. It's going to be a process. We need at least 8 weeks. I used to have a 4-week course, a 6-week course, and a 12-week course. And then I figured out that the 12 was a little too long. The 4 was way too short. The 6 was nah. So we narrowed it down to about 8 weeks. 8 weeks of hard work and accountability and having access to me 7 days a week through text messaging and phone call support. You got somebody with you for 2 months, and you can do a whole lot in 8 months. My job is not to keep you with me. My job is to get you off of your butt, to get you to the next level so that you are actually standing on your launching pad for the next season of your life. Okay? Can I coach you again for 8 weeks? Sometimes I do that. Some people have a little more complicated story than some other people. Let's go. How do I do the 8 weeks? You just visit my website right up above. I've got financing options available through Afterpay and Klarna. When you go to the credit card section where you put the card information in, just look to the right. There's a little drop-down arrow, and you can get, I think the financing for my 8-week course is like $216 a month, something like that. We hit a wall with counseling. I'm working on my finances so I can exit. It's been 18 years. At least y'all tried. Good for you. The hardest part was the thoughts. Yeah. You can only ever feel what you're thinking. You can only ever feel what you're thinking. Mine made me do OnlyFans and other stuff. He didn't make you do nothing. You chose that. He didn't make you do that. Let's take some accountability. Don't blame it all on him. How to handle the fact they chose someone over you. You should thank them. You should say thank you. I'm glad they chose somebody over you. Why? Because too often you take that personal when someone decides that they don't want to be with you. They did you a favor. Someone legitimately just came to you and said, hey, I don't want to be with you. That has nothing to do with your value. That has everything to do with their loyalty and compatibility. Thank them when someone ghosts you or just decides that they don't want to talk to you anymore or whatever. They just decided that you were not what they want. The problem is that you struggle with being enough already, so they've just triggered the crap out of you. What's up, Amy? I just walked away a week ago. No, divorce might not have been the right thing to do, but it was time to go almost 24 years ago. Why? She said, BS. If I wouldn't have done it, he would have had an attitude and made my life hell. You could have walked away. You could have walked away. He held the kids over your head. Okay, so there's a lack of boundaries too. I understand you've been manipulated and all those things, but we still got to take accountability. We still got to take accountability. No judgment, I promise. But too often we're pointing fingers at everybody else when God gave us a brain and decision-making skills. It's crazy. What do I do when alcohol is the choice instead of myself and his family? You walk away. You walk away. You already know what you need to do. You're just looking for permission. Yeah, Flyleaf. I've actually met her. Again, you guys are not always going to like what I have to say. That's okay. But we can't sit around and point everything at every single person in here. There are a lot of things that you could have done better. Regardless of what situation you're in, there are things that you could have done better. There's things that you can still improve upon. Okay? What's up, Mighty Mouse? We need to be accountable. Yes. I have a question. Who's responsible for your life? Who's responsible for your life? Who's responsible for you getting up out of bed instead of putting on a Tasmanian t-shirt and some sweatpants? Who's responsible for you getting up, maybe making your bed, cleaning your house up, getting it organized, maybe putting on some clothes and actually carrying yourself like you have some kind of pride and dignity, and you get up and maybe you go to the gym, and maybe you start eating better, and maybe you drink more water, maybe you do some healing work, maybe you get into therapy, maybe you get into coaching, maybe you read some books, maybe you fall down to your knees and surrender your life to Christ. Who's responsible for that? Sorry, I got a little salty there for a minute. I'm here to motivate y'all because so many of y'all are looking for someone to reach down and pick you up and save you. You can save yourself. You have the same amount of hands and arms, and hopefully y'all all do, that you have the same amount of hands, arms, feet, legs, the same brain, different thoughts, different capacities to it. Nobody is coming to rescue you. You just have to get up today and decide, is this really as good as it's going to get for me? Am I okay with being a doormat? Am I okay with them cheating on me and then saying sorry? And I'm like, oh, it's okay. Just don't do it again. It's not easy. It sucks, man. It's going to be the hardest thing you've ever done because we are creatures of habit. You are literally having to break everything that you are used to. Alcohol and ignoring, well, I chose wrong after my husband's death. My actions, my fault. You were doing the alcohol stuff? I chose my path. Good. I love that you said that. What if you choose? What if the path that you need to take is a path where you are by yourself? I tell my coaching clients, stay single for at least a year. I know some of y'all ain't going to book with me right now just because I said that, because you just had a panic attack when I said stay single for a year. Imagine how much work. Imagine who you can discover and what you can discover about yourself if you had no distractions. None. Imagine how many books you could get done. Imagine how many courses and classes you could take. Imagine how many businesses you can. You'll have no idea at the work that you can accomplish in 1 year. I've never been alone. Facts. That's exactly what you need to do then. Because I promise you, I was the same way. I had one of the worst anxious attachments that you've ever seen in your life. Now I'm fully content sitting in my house by myself. Why? Because I made myself do it. I made myself do it. Amy is one of my coaching clients right here. She can tell you, I told her the same thing. Stay single for a year. Okay. She put in the work. She did it. She's good. She's not perfect. Every day's a battle. but she knows she's equipped. Okay. When you make yourself get okay being by yourself, you'll realize one thing mainly. Actually, two things. Number one, dragons aren't going to climb through the floor and eat you. Okay. Number two is you figure out who you truly are. Because if your identity, if you have this big void inside of your life, and the only way you ever feel complete is if somebody's in that hole, right? It fills that void for you. At any moment they decide to leave or cheat on you or do anything, guess what? You're empty again. You got to get full of you and full of God. Start doing the things that you love to do. Figure out who you are. Do some freaking healing work. It won't be so depressing when I learn how to be alone. No, it really won't. Because here's the God's honest truth. It's something that I figured out. When you actually get okay, you don't have to like it. Let me clarify. You don't have to like it. But when you get okay being by yourself, nobody ever has power over you ever again. Y'all realize that, right? I'm going to leave. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. Kick every rock. Bye. Holla. When you get okay being by yourself, no one ever has power over you ever again. What are they going to take from you? What are they going to take from you? But here's the thing. It's not just them coming in to try to take something from you. If you know what you stand for and you know how to function and actually thrive being by yourself, and someone comes in and they just and they cross your boundaries and they try to step on any of your non-negotiables, you can be like, you know what? This had a little bit of potential, but I don't think we're a good fit. So I'm going to need you to just disappear. What's up, Matthew? I'm telling you, I saved myself. No, you didn't. God helped you. One day I said to myself, you are going to let him hurt me bad, or I was going to pick myself up. I love that. I love that mentality, though. I love that. Good. Been single for 2.5 years after 46 years of marriage. Cool. How we doing with that? Cindy, what's up? I left my ex in November, and now he quit drinking. He is going to church and therapy and wants me back. I gave him chance after chance, and now he decides to be a better man. I don't buy it. No, you shouldn't. You shouldn't, because he's a master manipulator, and all he's doing is he's doing his chores. Listen, let me rephrase that. I pray to God that is real for him. Whether y'all get back together or not, I pray that is real for him. I pray that God is anointing him and that his life is changing, okay? But statistically, he's just doing his chores, trying to be a good little boy to get his person back. The only way you can verify that is to verify that and take time, make them go extremely slow. That's why some of y'all are in the situations that you're in right now, is y'all went way too fast. Hashtag sex on the first night. Let's go. Get where you were okay being by yourself and nobody ever has power over you. One of my clients is in here right now. This dude was hurt. He was devastated. We took his power back, and he's going on trips with his kids. He's taking them all over the place. He owns his own businesses. Dude's going to kill it. And she's going to go find her a fork and a knife, and she's going to really figure out what humble pie tastes like. Mine blocks and unblocks me. It feels like he's purposely trying to make me crazy. That's an easy solve, Cammy. Block him. Block him. That's like saying someone keeps walking in your yard and then walking back out. But there's a fence around your yard and a gate. You just leave the gate open. Shut the dang gate. Then you won't have to watch him blocking and unblocking and blocking and unblocking and doing all the dumb stuff that he's doing. You take your power back. It's a boundary. You lock your doors at night. I haven't said this in a while. Let me ask y'all a question. If I got in your car and you offered me a ride, I'm like, you know what? I appreciate that, but I'm gonna come in here. I'm gonna pee in your floorboard, and I'm gonna kick your dash in, and I'm gonna pour Coca-Cola. I'm gonna shake up a Coke and just spray it everywhere. Might put you in a headlock, something like that. I'm gonna tear the seats, and I'm gonna throw rotten potato chips everywhere. You ever gonna let me ride in that car again? You ever gonna let me ride in a car with you if I do that? Yeah, but y'all let people do that to your heart every day. Y'all let people do that to your heart every single day. I was with him for 5 years, and he has said the same things over and over. Now that I finally left, he's putting in the work. Of course. That's because he's in panic mode. He never thought that you were going to leave, and you finally you put on your big girl drawers and you walked away. Good for you. Congratulations on your parole. That dude had several chances. And let's be honest, ladies, by that time, you're already emotionally checked out anyway, right? And men don't get it. Y'all ask for change. Y'all ask for change. Y'all ask for change. And the dude's like, yeah, okay, yeah, cool. And then all of a sudden you're like, I'm out. And they're like, what do you mean you're out? I don't understand. Get off the Xbox, Jim, and you might see it. Jimmy, I wasn't talking to you. Wasn't talking to you, brother. I mean, I feel stuck to him. The trauma bond is deep. That's because your brain thinks it's an active addiction. The trauma bond is an addiction, guys. This is not a game. This is not a feeling. This is not some warm, fuzzy thing that you can't replace. This is literally an addiction that must be broken. It must be broken, and there are specific steps to break it. This is what we do. This is what I do every single day. Listen, if you're in a relationship and you feel addicted to that person, you're in a trauma bond. I'm going to tell y'all a secret. The more work I do, the better I get at this, and the more I learn. Listen to this. The power in all relationships lies with whoever has the power to walk away. It's hard. I don't care. Wah. Do it anyway. You have to ask yourself this question. If y'all are in toxic relationships and you have kids, you just can't seem to get away, raise your hand. What's up, Jimmy? What's up, Sherry? I appreciate the love there, man. He tries to use religion. You need to forgive me, blah, blah, blah. So listen, again, hopefully that has taken place in his life. I really do. I really do. But, Matthew 7:21 says, not everyone who says to me, Lord, Lord, will see the kingdom of God, but only the people who do the will of my Father who is in heaven, right? The kingdom of heaven, right? The Bible says you'll know them by their fruits. They can go play church and do all the things all they want. I think that ran its course, ma'am. And I think that, by all means, pray for him and hope that that's what's going on in his life. But I wouldn't trust it. That's just me. How do you break the addiction? So I can coach you through that, or you can join my Breaking the Trauma Bond boot camp that I'm having Saturday night. You can find that by visiting the site up above right here and right here on Facebook, right here on Facebook, right here on Tiki Taki. It is very hard. Is it free? No, ma'am, it is not. I went through that myself years ago. Good. Infidelity. She cheated on you, brother. How many times did she cheat on you? How many times did she cheat on you, brother? None. Okay. We have kids, so I tolerate what I must for them. Clear about it. Yeah, the problem with that is that you're screwing your kids up. You're screwing your kids up because now you're showing them how a man should treat a woman and what a woman should keep her mouth shut and tolerate. Hear me. I was that kid. I saw it all. I felt it all. I heard it all, dreamed about it, thought it was my fault. Children who grow up in an environment like you have, ma'am, are 2 to 4 times more likely to end up in the exact same type of relationship. So I don't care how much it hurts. I don't care that you don't really know how to be by yourself. I don't care. You're screwing your children up. The next generation. You have to care more about your children's health than you do about your own pride and ego and insecurities. She cheated. What more has to happen to see that she's gone already? Yep, that'll do it. What did he say? No, she just was physically abusive. How many times did you go back to that? How many times did you go back to that? Men in the chat, please hear me. Why do y'all tolerate these crazy women, these creek-feeded women that just want to fight? The Bible says not to be with a woman like that because she's the destroyer of kings. It says that you should never be with a quarrelsome wife. It says it's better to live on a rooftop or in the middle of a desert than to be with a quarrelsome woman, that she'll drain the life out of you. Oh, Lord, I'm going to keep my mouth shut. I'm shutting up, Lord. I caught that one and I hushed. I caught it and I hushed. Don't stay for the kids. You're doing more damage than you know. Yep, you ain't staying for the kids. You staying because you scared to death to get out and try to do something on your own, figure out who you truly are. It's where courage kicks in. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is being absolutely terrified, not knowing where you're going to go or what you're going to do, and you do it anyway. I'm going to tell y'all something. There's a book called Dear Judge. It's really hard to find, but there's a book called Dear Judge. This family court judge compiled all the letters from family court where these kids were writing him letters. Okay. Number one, they blame themselves for it. Number two, they say things like, I wish I wasn't caught in the middle. I wish I didn't have to be a messenger. I wish mom and dad could just get along. It's sad. One, yeah. So what did you get out of that, Lefty? I misunderstood you. I left. He is required to have visits. I facilitate drop-offs and pickups. Okay, cool. 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 The devil was cast from heaven. He walks here with us and preys on us. Yep, very much. I left for my kids. Yes. Good for you. Y'all be surprised at how many clients that were in your shoes. You know, I was scared to get out. I stayed for the kids, blah, 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 blah. And when they do actually get out, the kids thank them. Yeah. All right, guys, listen, I got to get ready for my 1 o'clock session. If you guys need anything from me, listen to me. Only message me. Only go to my website and book a call with me if you're serious about doing the work, okay? I am very direct. I will love on you, but I'm not going to sugarcoat anything with you. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear because we need more people getting out here and starting a healing journey. We need more healthy people in the dating pool, okay? The dating pool is trash. It's the island of forgotten dolls, okay? You can stop being a doormat. I can help you. Love you guys. If y'all need anything from me, let me know. God bless.